Sabaho everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process on removing and replacing a damaged glass protector from Whitestone installed on your device. I've had mine for some time and I've had some cracks and dings on it, definitely from a few drops that I've had on my Note 9, but the device itself is actually still really good. I have a good case on it, but I need to replace the glass protector. So I'm going to walk you through the exact process on how to remove that glass and what do we need to do to replace it with another unit. Last but not least, I'm going to answer for you guys the question of what happened to the adhesive that we poured onto the display and we cure it on top of it. Does it stay on the phone? Does it go somewhere? What happens to that? This is TK. Let's go ahead and check it out. So what we have in front of us is the Note 9. I've had this dome glass installed for the last couple of months, and we've actually had a few drops and dings here on the glass. So the glass has definitely done its job. It's protected the device, and it definitely, you can see right there, it is installed on a curved display as this is the Note 9. The case that I'm using here is the 2D case made specifically for the Galaxy Note 9, and it does provide the great protection. Unfortunately, on the front, if you drop your phone, you're definitely going to need something to protect it, and glass is always going to be great. So for us, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be replacing it because I have pretty much a substantial amount of chipping at the bottom, as well as on the top and on the sides here we have some separation. And all I ended up doing is basically buy the replacement kit. This is basically for the Note 9. And all I'm going to use is the UV light that came with my first kit. So if you're buying this for the first time, you want to buy the entire kit. But if let's say you want to buy a replacement glass later on, all you have to do is just buy the replacement. And this basically just comes with the glass and the fittings and everything that you need without the UV light. So you save some money on replacing it. And today's process will pretty much work the exact same way for the Note 9 or any other dome glass. Basically, we're going to be removing it. I'm going to show you guys how to remove it in the right way. And of course, we're going to install the new glass and make sure to replace it and have a very nice clean product at the end. So what do you get in the replacement kit? Again, this is my existing UV light that I kept from my previous installation with the Galaxy S10, so I don't have to worry about using another one. So again, you save money by buying the replacement or just the glass kit itself. So opening it up, it's pretty simple, and you'll get pretty much everything the normal kit comes in with the exception of the UV light. So what we're getting here obviously is the instruction manual, we have the adhesive sticks, so you have the normal guide right there, we have the actual material, and of course the glass protector and the adhesive pieces to be able to cover the ports. We also have a little guide here to be able to put it in directly so that we can actually allow the glue to fall directly where it needs to be. Everything and anything that you wanted to be able to basically do this installation the exact same way that it's intended. And the removal is pretty easy. It does require you to be careful as this is actual glass. So let's go ahead and turn off the display. And the best way to do this is if you don't have nails, make sure to get something that's a little bit sharper on the edges to be able to start doing the etching. But because we've had some separation for me here on this glass, I'm not going to start off where the actual breakage is. I'm going to start off from an area where it's clean. So I'm going to go ahead and start off and it's basically very slightly just start doing the separation manually, and you'll notice it does separate, but you have to do it very slowly. It is going to break, the glass will separate at some point, but if you do it so slowly on the actual device, you'll notice that it does actually separate without breaking it entirely. Meaning I'm not putting enough pressure on it to actually crack, but there it is, it did crack. I do have a piece here now that I actually can start with, and I'm going to just keep going right here. I'm going to separate, it does keep going. And you'll notice right there, some small pieces are going to start flying. So just be careful, make sure there's no kids around. Separate more. And make sure that wherever you're holding it at a place where there is no breakage. So for me, I'm holding it pretty much exactly where I started. That area was basically clean. And for you, it may be different. So you notice right there, now we have a much bigger piece. I can actually move down and we'll keep going slowly. I know this is nerve-wracking because you're looking at cracking on the actual display, but in reality, this is the glass protector. So I'm just going to keep removing it here. Again, as I mentioned to you guys, I've had quite a bit of damage done on this glass. So for me, this is mostly just removing it. I'll go ahead and press the power button one more time. And I can keep my finger here. And if you are able to, and you have a clean area like I do right here, you can start off from this angle. And that just basically releases some of the pressure on that glass from going in that direction. So at this point, all I'm doing now is just trying to complete it. Another piece broke under my finger, I'll separate there. Now, here is one of the things a lot of people have asked me before. What happens to the adhesive once you remove the glass? Is the adhesive on the glass or is it actually sitting on our display? So here it is, the adhesive stays on the glass, nothing stays there. And what you have here is, let's go ahead and give it a quick nice cleaning. It really is just a clean display, very nice, no damage, and of course just entirely ready to be installed with a new glass protector. Definitely very nice. You can see right there, all of the cracks and scratches that I showed you before are all gone. They're not on the device, and all of them are right there. Now that we're done with the actual removal, the device is ready. We need to make sure to get the screen display clean, as there's no dust on it. So as far as the installation, we're going to need to use the equipment that he provided us. So we have that little stopper right there. I'm going to leave that right there on the side. Dust remover stickers, alcohol wipes. We do have 2 guards that we need to make sure to install correctly. So if you go in here on the actual case itself, you'll notice right there, there's a spot for the top and the bottom. And all of these will do essentially is just grab any kind of adhesive that kind of spills over one side over to the other side. So I'll go ahead and put one here, and I'll go ahead and insert the other one right there. And you want to keep them inserted exactly in this direction, and they're going to basically protect any kind of adhesive spillage that could come around the buttons on the right and the left. Other than that, we have some chamois to clean up the display, so let's go ahead and use the top one. And the first thing you want to do, my recommendation would be, is take one of these alcohol swabs, open it up, clean the display. If you want, you can turn off your device, but you don't have to. And basically just make sure to give it a good cleaning. And what we're trying to do here essentially is remove any chance of any kind of dust that may have just fallen on it since I removed the last piece of glass. And make sure to clean it, run it through. I see a little bit of specks right there that are coming up. Now these are not 100% clean, so you are going to have some leftover residues there. And that's where these dust remover stickers come in. So you have a few of those, you can remove one, and you'll go look at it at an angle, just remove, and I'm going to insert my device here. Keep in mind that there is an earpiece that's sitting all the way at the top, and we're going to remove this. So the best way to do this is align it to the outside of the actual casing like this, and then let it sit. So right there, and I would recommend you just using one of these little chamois right there and adhere it. What we're going to do here essentially is put the stopper, we're getting it ready. Everything here is pretty much set to go. All I need to do right now obviously is using the adhesive sticks as well as the glass protector, and it does have a secondary layer on it. So right there, this is step 2. You need to remove it before put it on, and then overall, only thing we're going to do here once we align it correctly is remove the little tab, and then it will just drop over on the glass where the adhesive is sitting there waiting to start, and then we can start the curing process at that point. So let's go outside to the actual kitchen for me, because I need a flat surface. Unfortunately, this table is not flat. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures real quick right there of how the process goes through as far as adding the adhesive, going through it. I used this video footage directly from my last installation on the Galaxy S10 Plus with the dome glass there. And for the most part, it's exactly the same. The process does take about maybe 5 or 6 minutes once you have everything started. Is put in the adhesive using the little jog dial at the bottom. You're able to move it down, center it, turn it on, and let it have its own time to permeate all around the display. Once you're done, you do the pre-curing, which essentially is 15 seconds, and you want to do it in 3 different stages: top, middle, and bottom. Once you do that in that situation, you're pretty much ready to remove the device from here, clean up whatever excess adhesive you have on the outside, and then you need to do the extended adhesive, which essentially is 60 seconds for 3 different sections: top, middle, and bottom again. And at that point, you're pretty much done, and the device should be ready to go. So the basics of today's video is removal is pretty simple. You need to buy the replacement glass, and that's pretty much just the glass itself with the kit as far as the frame, and use your existing dome light UV light. So keep this with you. If you ever buy a kit that includes it, it's about 50 bucks. It's just keep this one so you can reuse it over and over, and then pretty much just buy replacement glass, and then your device will look perfect again. I went ahead and turned on the display. Everything works fine. Touch sensitivity, notification panel, everything works the exact same way that you've had it before. When it comes to the curing, make sure you process it in 3 different sections. So when you're doing the pre-curing, do 15 seconds at the top, 15 seconds at the center, and 15 seconds at the bottom, and then take it out of the case, clean up all the excess adhesive, and then of course do the 60 seconds at the top, 60 seconds in the center, 60 seconds at the bottom. Do the last cleanup, and then start using your device as you normally would have before. For me, this was definitely very nice, very easy, and very simple. And again, it does save me some money from having to actually buy an entire new kit. Like and subscribe as usual. I want to say thank you very much to Whitestone for sending me this replacement kit for my Note 9, and to be able to share with you guys this process on how to remove an existing glass and put in a new one, and basically get your device back to 100%. I'll see you guys in the next video.